Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back your lovely faces to another video here on the channel. Now I know a lot of people cannot make my live streams, so what I like to do is the day after a stream or a couple of days after, whatever I covered in that stream, I will put out a shorter video for it. And today we're going to take a look at Johnny Depp's plaintiff's opposition to defendant's motion to certify August 17th, 2021 order for interlocutory appeal. So this is what we have. So obviously it is going towards both Johnny Depp going against AH. Plaintiff Johnny Depp, by and through his undersigned counsel, hereby oppose defendant AH's motion to certify August 17th, 2021 order for the interlocutory appeal, the motion. So now we're going to go into the preliminary statement. This motion represents yet another baseless attempt by AH to escape the consequences of her lies, as was the case with AH's previous attempts to avoid at trial in Mr. Depp's defamation claims on the merits. She has failed to satisfy her burden of showing entitlement to the relief that she seeks. Here, an interlocutory appeal of the court's well-reasoned August 17th, 2021 letter of opinion, the one by the Judge Penny, denying her supplemental plea in bar. In denying her supplemental plea, the court observed that the plea was misguided and only thinly supported by pre-existing law. Her motion seeking the interlocutory appeal of the letter of opinion denying this misguided and thinly supported plea in bar is even more misguided in light of her recidivism. Under Virginia law, she is not entitled to an immediate appeal of the letter of opinion unless all four statutory criteria are satisfied. She is, however, satisfies none of the conjunctive criteria. Her motion is, thus, doubly frivolous. The court should accordingly reject her latest delay tactics and sanction her for yet again wasting the court's and Mr. Depp's time and resources, addressing frivolous arguments propounded only to delay and add to Johnny Depp's expense, which is very true. The amount of things that this person has put through is just mind-blowing. We have seen Bruce White go and say to her, no, we're not doing that. No, this is not going forward. Even Judge Penny, when she said, you waste the court's time, it's going to be futile and there will be sanctions. Of course, we all got a little bit pissy because it's like, she didn't sanction her even though she said she would. But that's neither here nor there. The background. Mr. Depp commenced this defamation suit on March the 1st, 2019 to clear his name, after she accused him of this in December 2018 of an op-ed that she prepared and placed in the Washington Post with the assistance of the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU. Since that time, she has filed successive pleadings and motions designed to thwart the discovery process and avoid a trial of his claims on the merits. And that was 13 months after he actually paid the entire divorce settlement, over and done with. That was the last bit of it, no longer in my life. But then her lawyer came out and said, oh no, she plans to pledge, but Mr. Depp started suing her. She had over a year to give that money to these charities. First, in April 11th, 2019, she filed her first motion to dismiss and plea in bar, seeking dismissal of his claims based on forum non-convenience. In his letter of opinion, dated August 8th, 2019, the Honourable Bruce D. White, Chief Judge, denied her motion. Less than a month later, after replacing her first set of counsel, she sought and was granted leave to file a new demurrer and plea in bar. Again, this honourable court largely denied her demurrer and plea in bar, finding that 4 out of 5 of the statements that Mr. Depp alleged to be defamatory were actionable, and that his defamation claims were not barred by the applicable statute of limitations. Thereafter, she again replaced her second legal team and filed her answer and counterclaims against Mr. Depp, seeking $100 million in damages for defamation, violation of Virginia's Computer Crimes Act, and declaratory judgment. By a letter of opinion dated January the 4th, 2021, this court dismissed all of her counterclaims, with the exception of the portion of her defamation claims based on 3 statements made by Mr. Depp's attorney within the 1-year statute of limitations. which is what we saw, which is why, obviously, Mr. Waldman is no longer on Twitter because they got him banned, and they were like, yeah, Mr. Waldman, you cannot be his judge and jury for this, basically. You know, because Adam Waldman, he was his, like I said, he was his judge, jury, executioner sort of thing, but he was like, Mr. Waldman, you cannot be here. But they didn't gag him. There was no gag order, which her and her team absolutely hated. While discovery was ongoing on Mr. Depp's claims and her counterclaims, Mr. Depp's defamation suit against the author and publisher of an article calling Mr. Depp this proceeded to trial in the UK. She submitted multiple witness statements, 7 to be in fact, in the UK action, including a witness statement which addressed his theory that Miss AH had married him and falsely accused him of this for financial gain, in which she falsely testified that she had donated her entire divorce settlement from Mr. Depp to charity, including half to the ACLU. After a 16-day trial of the UK action, Justice Nicole, a fact-finder in the UK action, rendered a decision dismissing Mr. Depp's defamation claims against the UK defendants, the UK judgment, in rejecting Mr. Depp's theory that her claims of this were a hoax and an insurance policy to protect her financially in the event that their marriage broke down. Just as Nicole cited that her testimony that she had donated her entire divorce settlement to charity, finding that is hardly the act one would expect of a gold digger. Every time I hear that line, I just think of Kanye West and Jamie Foxx, you know, she took my money. That's all I think about. After the UK judgment was rendered, Mr. Depp obtained discovery in this action showing that she had lied about donating her entire divorce settlement to charity. Discovery in this action has also revealed that AH does not appear to be covering her own litigation expenses in connection with this action. This is obviously the big one that's come out of these documents, is that she is not paying her legal fees by the looks of things. Her tax returns, which she produced in this case, show no deductions for business expenses that would be associated with this case. Mr. Depp accordingly believes that AH's litigation expenses are being covered by a third party or parties. And with that one, we've all kind of thought, you know what, who is going to be doing this? Is it Elon Musk? Is it any people to do with the Sun? Is it anyone to do with Warner Brothers? Or is it the ACLU? Personally, I really do think it is the ACLU. And just by going through a lot of the things, mostly because, well, they're the ones who got her in this mess, to be honest with you. Even though what she did to Johnny Depp is 100% wrong, they should have got divorced, obviously the Sun, and that should have been it. But the ACLU wanted to put out a little, it's going to be your op-ed, not ours. Let's have her do this. Let's have her say, you know, she was in this relationship, you know, all this kind of stuff. But we'll just put a name to it. We'll skirt around the divorce settlement. We'll not mention this, not mention that, but people will probably know it's about him. Then what did we have? We had Roberta Kaplan. We've had Jenny, you know, her Jennifer Robinson, the lawyer from the UK. We've also had other people who are saying, yes, her op-ed has nothing to do with Johnny Depp. It doesn't mention him. It's not about him. But this year, in the last couple of months, in the last 3 months, Elaine, AH's third legal team, she went, yes, it is about him. That kind of pushes everything like, yeah, you did this on purpose. With her mentioning that it was him, obviously they're doing that because they want to say that this trial is exactly the same as the UK one, which it's not. But she's like, oh, it has to be thrown out because it's exactly the same. No, it doesn't work like that because you were not a party to the UK trial. You were just a witness. You weren't a defendant, plaintiff, anything. Just a witness. In February this year, the court continued the jury trial in this case from May 2021 to April of next year, thus extending the discovery cutoff from April 2021 to March of 2022. On April 13th, 2021, she filed her motion for leave to file an amended answer and grounds for defence in the supplemental plea in bar, arguing that the UK judgment barred Mr. Depp's defamation claims in this action and to stay discovery. A hearing on AH's motion was held on May 28, 2021. At this hearing, although the court granted her leave to file an amended answer and plea, the court denied her request to stay discovery and cautioned AH that her proposed arguments on the supplemental plea appeared futile and could be sanctionable. However, nonetheless, she filed her supplemental plea and ban June 14th, 2021. In her plea, she argued that the UK judgment barred Mr. Depp from relitigating whether her claims of this were false in this action under principles of res judicata, collateral estoppel, and comity. June 28th, 2021, Mr. Depp filed his opposition to the supplemental plea and requested that she be sanctioned for filing the futile plea. In his opposition, he cited controlling Virginia authority, holding that mutuality of parties is a requirement for the application of res judicata and collateral estoppel, and argued that the UK judgment could not have preclusive effect in this action because of the lack of mutuality among the parties to this action and the UK action, which is what we were talking about, saying that she won part of it. But then you had, on August 17th, 2021, the Honourable Penny issued a letter opinion overruling her supplemental plea, finding that UK judgment should not be afforded preclusive effect because mutuality of parties was a requirement for the application of this and collateral estoppel under Virginia law. Although the court denied Mr. Depp's request for sanctions, the court found that AH's supplemental plea was misguided and only thinly supported by pre-existing law. By her motions, AH now seeks to certify the court's order for interlocutory appeal. That we do go into the argument here, but I'm going to do that in the next video, which will come out tomorrow, because I just want to keep these about 10-12 minutes long, so people can watch them, see what's going on, and then get on with the day, instead of having a long video, like we did for the last couple of documents. But that's what we have by there, ladies and gentlemen, and it's just kind of interesting to see that she thinks she can get away with things. She thinks, oh, it's exactly the same as the UK trial. They called him this, so, we're going to say it's about him now and we're just going to get this dismissed. But in the chat last night, I was told that Elaine, AH's lawyer, that she has become a top lawyer because the things she has done in her career is mostly get either lawsuits just to be dropped by the other person because of these appeals and, well, this lawsuit. And basically the Chewbacca defense. But she's also got people to actually settle out of court, which this is not going to happen. But it's great to see that Ben Chew, the way he puts his documents together is just so good. If you are new to the channel and you want to see the rest of this document, please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.